Good morning, you beautiful people. I am cooked this week. I'm like absolutely cooked. This might be the only stream this week. I'm gonna try not to, but I don't think I could stream more than 1 hour, at a time. This is like the crappiest week of my work cycle, so it's gonna be tough. I'm always cooked. All right. Amos, you have no freaking idea. Assuming I didn't fuck up horribly, this week is gonna be the worst week. And then next week, which is like the money grab week, I'm just watching and making sure nothing breaks. If I'm working a lot next week, that means I fucked up. And ha ha ha, thanks for paying me. Ha ha ha. Yeah. Assuming I didn't fuck up, next week is gonna be pretty easy. I'll probably be able to stream pretty normally, like 3, 4, and then after November is done, I'm gonna go back to my normal streaming schedule. All right. Freaking go! Thank you for joining membership. Appreciate it. KK, Thanksgiving weekend and Cyber Monday is like game time. That's like the only day. Those are the only days that like really matter. I got like proof of concept up and running, and that didn't break, but that's not like what's actually making the money that I'm earning, right? Yeah. Oak Sentinel, good morning. Weatherman, good morning. Janan Royce, sup? Jerry, good morning. Jess, good morning. All right, let's go. Let's jump into the tier list. Let's jump into a tier list. I most certainly am not a developer. No, not even close. Like an MBA might assume that I'm a developer based on what I'm doing for them, but I'm not a developer. An actual developer is way more expensive. Genghis Khan. Thank you very much for the super chat. Here to preemptively just... There you go. Thank you for disagreeing with me. Hawks, thank you so much for being a member for 13 months. Hopefully this week isn't too stressful for you. The randos are here to always support you. Thank you very much. I do appreciate that you guys are supporting me, I'm just the type of guy where like, yeah, they've already paid me, but if it fucks up and they don't get their money's worth, even though, soulless corporation, I'll feel bad. I don't like under delivering. I don't like disappointing. I just don't, it makes me very like flappable to corporations. Uber Hopper, Tiny, thank you for being members for 13 months. Much appreciated. All right, let's jump in. Woo! All right, guys, are we good? Maybe a little bit too loud. Let's drop it down a touch. Okay. Do you guys see what I'm seeing? Are we good? Dutch Chairman, thank you very much for the super chat. Good morning, good morning. Most delicious Randonite ranking when? Hawks would be triple S tier. I would agree with that. Joseph, thank you very much for being a member for 13 months. Much appreciated. Man of the people, Randoneering always over delivers. I'm hoping. Randon machine broke. I'm so dumb. I'm sorry. Give me just a moment. I can fix that. I completely forgot. In the space of 1 week, one weekend, I've forgotten how to stream. Curious. Okay. Am I back? Are we back? We're back. Your voice sounds so good today. I don't know why. Thank you, Danshi. I didn't really change much. I guess I haven't been talking. I've just been working. I don't like meetings. I just don't like them. I feel like, meetings are designed to make certain people that you're working for feel powerful and in control. And it's not really for like getting shit done, making money, producing stuff, you know? Brother, I have 2 meetings a day. Oh my God. Archaic, bro. That's rough. Even at my worst, I don't think I was ever doing 2 meetings a day every day. There were double meeting days, but that was like once every 2 to 3 weeks, you know? Are streams your meeting? No. Just got out of my weekly Wednesday meeting. It's crazy, right? It's not, I don't know. All right, let's just move on. All right. We can't commiserate. We have to get through this tier list. It might be under an hour. I don't know. We'll just go with it, right? There's no way you have 5 meetings, Pup Brother. That's crazy. He dominates us. That comes later. Okay. So let's talk about the tiers, okay? Casey, thank you very much for the super chat. Is a new vegetarian. This is very exciting. Yeah. Let's jump into it. Naurus, the borrow trauma guy, thank you very much for the super chat. As a turnip, I find this deeply offensive. Keep at it. Is there a turnip here? Ginger? Is there a turnip here? There's no turnips. Oh, there's a turnip right here. There's a turnip right here. Okay, let's jump into the tiers, and then I will tier them up according to my own eating habits and tastes. And if you disagree with me, I'll cry, okay? Don, what up? What is a vegetable? A miserable pile of vitamins and minerals? You know, why not? Softobus, thank you very much for being a member for 12 months. As a tofu is interested in listening to this vegetable ranking, you're a bean. You're a ground up and pressed, plapped little bean, you know? You're a ground up pile of beans that get plapped to like an attractive shape. Symmetrical. Kale, thank you very much for the super chat. If you tier kale low, I'll beat you. Is there kale here? Kale? Oh, kale. Okay. Define low. Define low. Pinvev, thank you very much for joining membership. Okay, let's jump into it. So, S tier, A tier, B tier, C tier, F tier. All right. S tier, strictly necessary. For me, this is like a vegetable that you cannot remove from existence, right? I'm assuming, imagine, right? Close your eyes and perform a thought experiment with me, right? This is a vegetable tier list with steaks, right? Not the steak that you grill and eat. Steaks is in like, imagine that this is a tier list where you're judging whether you can like Thanos snap that vegetable out of existence, right? Like the chance to have that vegetable just like not exist anymore based on the tier list is going up or down, right? And S tier is strictly necessary. At all costs, we cannot lose this vegetable. This vegetable like must continue to exist just because it is so essential to living and eating, right? Brandon, I think Westerners have shit vegetable dishes. Let me think. I'm trying to think of like a vegetable dish. Assuming that we're gonna pull like a Clockwork Orange on sushi and force them to eat veggies, right? You know? Like what can I eat? What can I feed to sushi to be like, oh, I was wrong. This is a great dish, but I honestly can't think of one that's like a pow, like a knockout success, right? Anyway, Matthew, thank you very much for the super chat. Good morning, brother. Hey, boss, I asked you before, but do you have a favorite root vegetable? Ranking the root vegetables would be very helpful for me. Oh, root vegetable. Honestly, probably the potato. Probably. But let's jump into the tier list, brother. All right, we can't get distracted. So S is like, under no circumstances can this vegetable be removed from existence. Like, we need it to live, right? A is the tier right under. So A is like, I love this vegetable. I love eating it at all times. The only time where I would accept that this vegetable pops out of existence is if it's a choice between this vegetable and an S tier. You understand? Do you get me? Like an S tier versus an S tier is like, I'll go into like a recurve loop and fucking blue screen, right? And I'll just start crying. It's like a Sophie's choice. You know, like you have to choose which vegetable you save from the Nazis. But an A tier is like, I would make that choice with very little difficulty against an S tier, right? Right? So A tier is like, I love it, but you know, I would give it up compared to an S tier, right? B tier is like, I like it, but I don't love it. So it's just kind of like, I think it tastes good. I enjoy eating it when I do eat it, but I wouldn't cry like if it, like against nothing. If it's just like, hey, this thing is gonna go disappear, I would just be like, oh man, I kind of like that. That lukewarm appeal, right? You understand what I'm talking about? What do they have against veggies though? It's a good question. It's a good question. I don't know. We're just assuming that like Thanos is like you know, is like a chicken tendy kind of guy, and he's like snapping vegetables out of existence so that, you know, anytime someone tries to get him to eat a vegetable, any vegetable, he'll Thanos snap it out of existence rather than eat it. Something like that, right? Shiki, thank you very much for the super chat. If corn isn't S in North America vanishes from the earth, that's a tough one. Valkis, thank you very much for the super chat. Okay, we don't have to get into what you call a vegetable versus fruit, but mushrooms aren't even plants. This is not my tier list. I just yoinked it from the website. So I understand mushroom is contentious, tomatoes are contentious. There's a bunch of those two for sure are like, what the fuck? We're just gonna roll with it though, right? We're just gonna roll with it. All right. Okay. We did the B tier, which is like, I will eat it, but if it gets Thanos snapped, I'm just gonna be like, oh man, all right, whatever. It's like, oh no. Anyway, that's my mindset if it disappears off the face of the planet, right? C tier could be better. I don't like eating it. I do eat it, but I don't like it. That's C tier. And so if it gets Thanos snapped, I'll just be like, you know what? Yeah, I approve. That way I don't have to think about, you know, I want it to get snapped away, right? And F tier is like, I don't even eat it. So to me, functionally, like it doesn't exist because I don't fucking eat it. Got it? Do we have, yo, Sabrina, Dianork, thank you very much for being members for 13 months. I appreciate it so much. You guys really do keep me chugging along, and I do appreciate it. All right, thank you so much. Okay, let's jump in, shall we? The butternut squash. First of all, can we agree S tier name? Can we agree S tier name? It's just a B tier vegetable. S tier name, B tier vegetable. This is I want to find the guy. I want to find the, you know, the marketing intern / executive. I want to find the marketer in charge of, you know, branding this vegetable and hire them to do my branding. S tier marketing. Incredible. Right? But the vegetable itself, mid tier. Mid tier. I would argue that that's the only time that a marketer is necessary, right? If it's like bad, no amount of marketing will save it. If it's S tier, then you don't need to market it. Like through word of mouth, it'll just become like, you know, an ascended god. It's only when you're mid that like the marketing shines, where it's just like it could make or break it. But I do think that the butternut squash, not into it. Arugula. I'm gonna piss off the hipsters here, right? I don't like arugula. I don't like it. I don't like eating it. I think it's too expensive for what it is. And then I eat it, and it's like, all right, mini story time, right? Mini story time. Hold on. Mini story time. I played Little League Baseball as a child, and I was below average as a little leaguer. Spoiler, Jimmy was like a god tier batter. He couldn't throw for shit, but he was really good at batting. He was good at contact. Anyways, I was a shit tier little leaguer, right? I wasn't very good at it. And basically, I was either pitching really badly or I was in the outfield. Those were the only two things that I did, and I wasn't very good at hitting either. I don't have very good hand-eye coordination. So when I was in the outfield, I would pick grass and eat it, right? Do you know what I'm talking about? Did I ever tell you this story that I used to eat grass in the outfield when I was in Little League? I actually feel like I did. That's not a joke. That's not a bit. I would like there was video footage of me eating like grass and like, you know, the little clovers, the little round leaf things. I would just be eating that shit in the outfield. Like during a running game, like people were pitching and hitting the ball and running and shit like that. And I'd be fucking out there eating grass, right? Arugula tastes worse than the grass that I ate in the outfield at the park, at the local community center park. So if it tastes worse than the grass that I would eat out there, why the fuck am I paying $5.99 for like a little thing and it fucking rots after like 2 days? Right? F tier. I will not be accepting any arguments for this one. It's just too expensive for what it is. It's just too expensive. Artichoke. Oh, this one's gonna piss people off. I think the artichoke is overrated. C tier. Why do I think artichoke is overrated? Hold on. Can we back up? Can we back up a little bit? Can we back up a little bit? The artichoke is not F tier because when it's prepared correctly, if I could create a world where the artichoke is prepared correctly every single time, it might be B, it might even be A tier, right? But you get 5 artichokes, you get 5 pieces of artichoke together, and 2 out of 5 are gonna have way too much of that like old, you know, old fibrous piece, right? And it just sucks all the joy out of eating an artichoke. You know what I'm talking about? Out of 5 pieces of artichoke, 1 of them, or 2 of them at least, right, are gonna have that like overly fibrous layer where like they should have gotten removed, but they just didn't, because I guess they're just trying to add weight. Why are we ranking Saiyans? Jump in, Jam. Thank you for making me lose the game. Space Chaser, thank you very much for the super chat. Much appreciated. I think the fibrous, chewy, like not very tender area of the artichoke is not only like not good, it's like inedible and it ruins. I think it could be F tier. I would put it in F tier, but I do think a proper artichoke is actually quite good. The problem is, you know, am I willing to, you know, take a 40% chance that I'm gonna get the thing that makes me want to vomit? No, it's not gonna happen. The artichoke is borderline F tier, but we'll put it in C because I do eat good artichokes, which I find like, oh, I see your value, but then, you know, it only takes 1 bad artichoke to make me be like, okay, I'm done with artichokes for a year. It's not gonna happen. Brussels sprouts. When I grew up, I hated Brussels sprouts. F tier. They were boiled. They smelled like fart. The texture was truly awful, right? Hold on. My sister makes Brussels sprouts. She makes them in a way that puts them into B tier. Now I get it. You're like, Brandon, how could you put artichoke into C tier based on like a 40% ratio, but then you're like, oh, I hate them, but because my sister makes them in a way that I like, I put them in B tier. My answer to that is, you know, hypocrisy. That's my answer to that. Hypocrisy. My answer to that is that, like, if prepared correctly in a way that you can get it 100% of the time, is just good. It's just good. Your sister has ancient and terrible magics. Brett, I'm telling you, you have them, you know? You put them into a bowl with a little bit of salt and pepper, right? And garlic powder, not fresh garlic powder. And then you take that secret mixture of olive oil and bacon fat. You mix that olive oil and bacon fat mixture together, and then you pour it over the Brussels sprouts, and you coat it liberally, and then you put it into an oven. So good. Bacon fat is cheating? I guess that makes me a cheater. Well, I guess that makes me a cheater. It tastes terrible raw. Are we like raw dogging every vegetable? If we're raw dogging every vegetable, potatoes are an F tier. Onions are an S tier still. If we're raw dogging every vegetable, everything is an F tier, right? No, that's insane. Corn is an F tier. Okay, no raw dogging. Do not raw dog the vegetable. Do not raw dog the vegetable. I'm leaving. Let's kill him. All right. If we have to raw dog a vegetable, what would I raw dog? Like a big enough tomato, maybe? If you cut a hole into it? I don't know. I kind of like raw carrot. Please stop trying to raw dog. All right, fine. All right, fine. The pumpkin. The pumpkin might be, yeah, S tier. Anyways. Here we go. Broccoli. I have always loved broccoli. Yo! Ocean X. Good morning. I'm tearing up vegetables real quick before I go to work. I have always loved broccoli. Put that shit higher. Listen, Ribians, Buddy, my beloved favorite mod. Can we sidebar? Let's. I'm gonna skip ahead and put an S tier in there, right? The standard onion. If I have to choose between which one I'm gonna Thanos snap out of existence, onion or broccoli, I have to pick the onion, because the onion goes into everything that I cook, right? Amos, it's not that onions are good in everything, it's that like the onion is like the base of every cooked dish ever, right? I get that if you don't like raw onion, because raw onion is very strong, but a cooked onion is like the foundation of every dish across the world, right? So it's like broccoli versus onion. I get it. I love broccoli, and I would cry bitter tears if Thanos got rid of him. But if it was between onion and broccoli, like, I have to go onion. It's tough. It's tough. Okay. So the broccoli. Did I tell you about my sister? She gaslit her kids into eating broccoli by saying that broccoli is little trees, and if you eat broccoli, you get tall. Yeah, they're little trees that if you eat them, you get tall like a tree. And I had to lie and be like, well, I'm not strictly lying, but I was like, oh yeah, I totally got tall because I ate a shit ton of broccoli. Anyway, broccoli is a joy. Broccoli is delicious. If I were to What do you guys think of the hoity-toity high-end broccoli with the long, thin stems? I think it's called broccolini. What do you think about that? I kind of don't like broccolini. I prefer like classic brock. You prefer it? I think the broccolini would be B tier and the classic broccoli is A for me. Never heard of it? You get it at like a steak restaurant. I do like broccolini. I don't hate it, but I think that the classic broccoli, it might just be because I you know, I'm a boomer, and I was like, when I was young, we didn't need this hoity-toity. We had the classic broccoli, and we were happy with it. Yes, you wok fry a broccoli. Oh man, it just like transforms into something. It's so good. I actually prefer the stems to the florets. I was a floret guy. I was a Florida man. Florida man. If you've ever tried to make a broccoli cheddar soup and only use florets, it tastes worse than if you take the stems and blend them, right? The blended stem is what makes the broccoli cheddar like 10 out of 10. It's so good. And I do like eating the stems. It's got a good crunch. It's got a good like texture to it. It's really good. Yo, you guys come over. I'll make you a broccoli cheddar. That'll make you go, mm-hmm. I love broccoli cheddar. It's just way too much cheese. And it kind of not, it doesn't make it, it's not healthy anymore because it's too much cheese, but it tastes so good. So much cheese. Anyway. Broccoli A tier. Broccoli A tier. Bok choy. I'm gonna piss people off. I'm gonna piss people off with this one because I feel like a lot of people will probably come for my ass, right? C tier. Bok choy C tier. I said what I said. Can I point something out? Can I point something out? This is not baby bok choy. This is like adult bok choy, right? Hold on. I'm not a racist, Thomas. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Baby bok choy, A tier. Baby bok choy, A or B tier, depending on my mood for the day. Fully grown adult bok choy is C tier. It tastes like ass. It tastes really bad. Right, Sushi? Right? Can you back me up here? These freaking Philistines don't understand. The fully grown bok choy tastes like fucking ass. It tastes really bad. Did I hear you like... When it comes to bok choy, yeah. You know? Yeah. I'll admit it. When it comes to bok choy, yeah. This is not baby bok choy. Is there baby bok choy around here? I don't see baby bok choy. Baby bok choy is like A, B tier. But like fully grown, like fibrous bok choy is terrible. It might be F tier, but I'm definitely... I would... Yeah, let's put it in C. I prefer baby bok ribs. Bell pepper, good. Bell pepper green. They're the same pepper. You fool. They're the same pepper. Well, I'm gonna level with you. Rather than a green bell pepper, like that. Hold on a second. Let me think about this. I'm gonna be honest with you. I put bell peppers into my dishes because I want color. They taste exactly the same. The reason why I use bell peppers in my cooking is because I want color and I want just a little bit of sweetness, just a little bit. Just a little bit. So this is why it's like the difference between C tier and B tier is just like I use it for color primarily. Yeah. Yeah. This is green discrimination. I know. I understand. There's a reason why I put bell peppers in C, the green bell pepper in C tier. If I want a green non-spicy pepper, I'm gonna throw in a poblano. Do you know what I'm talking about? Like if I'm reaching for a not spicy pepper to add a little bit of like, you know, sweetness and a little bit of, you know, a little bit of that like not pepper, like I put in a poblano. Like I'll never reach for a green bell pepper over a poblano. Like it's just not gonna happen. Nah, man, green bell peppers are A tier. It's tough, you know? Poblanos are the worst. No. I love poblanos. Please don't cry. Okay. Cry harder, baby. I'm gonna stick with this. A colored bell pepper is B because I do find a lot of uses for them. The green bell pepper functionally tastes the same as a red bell pepper, but I'm reaching for a different pepper if I need green, right? Beets. Honestly, I don't like beets. I don't like them. It's like a crying shame because I mean, I have family that make them, so they're probably like, what the fuck, man? It's putting my kids through college, you fucker. How could you stab me in the back like that? I don't like beets. I never have. I've heard that sugar beets are really good and useful, but I just don't like them. I'm gonna beat you up. I can't get into a beet. I'm sorry. Bean sprouts. A tier. Easy A tier. One time, Cass and I went to a fall place. He took me to his favorite fall place, and we went to eat. You can ask him, he'll corroborate, right? One time Cass took me to his favorite fall place, and you know they put out the plate in front of you with basil and lime and jalapeno and bean sprouts? I just started shoving the bean sprouts into my mouth, and he was like, hey man, I just want you to know you're my friend, but that's not cool. We have to put that in our soup. Now we're gonna have to ask them for more. And it's like, so ask them for more, motherfucker. Do it. Are you my friend or aren't you, narc? Ask them for more. I deadass ate the entire plate of bean sprouts. I just like raw. I raw dogged that bean sprout just right into my mouth. Tell them they gave you an empty plate. Deception check. They got the, you know, you crunch into them. They've got the 10 out of 10 texture, and then they release the juice inside of them, and it's got like a taste, man. I like it. They're horrible raw. Panda Grill, I respectfully disagree. Like, is something about it just, you know, it just turns my crank. It has a taste. It does. What a time to join when he starts screaming about raw dogging bean sprouts. Yeah, you know, it is what it is. You heard what I said. The bean sprout to me is A tier. Bamboo shoots. Okay. Now you guys are gonna call me a fucking racist, right? Now you guys are gonna call me a fucking racist. It's got the... I know, Sushi. I don't like the fibers, you know? Like the part of the artichoke that ruins the artichoke for me is just bamboo shoots like normally. I know. Unsub. I know. I just, it's, you know? Listen, I am not a racist. I just have a bias in my palate, in my texture, right? Nah, you've always been racist. It's a texture thing, Dreamy. Yeah. It's the, you know? All right, you know what? You know what else has that texture that I don't like? I put celery in F tier. And I understand that the mirepoix is like, you know, the baseline for everything. I know mirepoix is, you know, baseline. I put celery in F tier. I do. It's tough. I know. This guy hates good and nice things. I'm telling you. I know. You guys are mad at me. I'm crying. I'm crying a little bit. Bamboo, celery, that part of artichoke, that like, they have that common texture, right? It's just not good in my mouth. It's just not good in my mouth. No bueno. No bueno. Is crazy. Penguin, thank you very much for the super chat. Corn makes my whole week. We'll get to corn. Asparagus, F tier. This is for a really, really petty reason. Hear me out. Have you ever seen a video of asparagus being grown? Hold on. Have you ever seen a video? It's not the piss. The piss would bring asparagus to a C tier for me. There's nothing better than asparagus piss bombing somebody, like in a you know, like a public restroom. Hold on. Go look up a video after this. Look up a video of an asparagus farm, right? It looks like an alien vegetable that's growing out of like a barren nuclear wasteland. It looks like the shit that the people in the Fallout universe have to fucking eat because they can't eat anything else. I shit you not. It looks like it's growing in like the New Vegas wasteland, and a fucking sharecropper is like, if I don't farm this terrible tasting vegetable that'll sustain the coastline, the NCR is gonna shoot my children in the back of the head. That's what it looks like, you know? It looks like someone pranked you when you see asparagus growing. I'm telling you, doesn't matter. It's tasty. It's got the fibrous texture that I don't like, you know? And it looks terrible. Asparagus is S tier. Sincerely, German guy. Lork, I understand. This is my own degenerate F tier proclivities. I just don't like anything that's got that like fibrous texture in my mouth. Why do you hate dietary fiber? I mean, I can't deny that. I do hate fiber. I'm worried about your poops. They do tend to be oily and disgusting. They do tend to be oily and disgusting. I eat a fiber pill to balance it out. Don't you worry. Isn't broccoli also fibers? Now that there's an argument to be made for that. I think broccolini is closer to that fibrous texture that I hate, and the classic broccoli is not. It tastes different to my mouth. I'm just gonna say that right now. He's like my grandma with the fiber supplement. I am like your grandma with the fiber supplement. That is not where fiber internet is from. What do I look like, an idiot? Akashi, if you're there, can you check to see if that's where fiber internet comes from? Just DM it to me. Coach Zed, thank you very much for the super chat. A lot of these are silly fun times, but asparagus ranking is getting me legit upset. Asparagus is mostly the texture, and also I watched a video of it being grown, and it like scared me. Sometimes, kind of, won't lie. It's tough. It's tough. I'm with you on this one. I'm not saying that people that like these things like something that's bad. I'm just saying it's not to my taste. It's just not to my taste. Beef is a veggie. It's most certainly not. Senor Mitz, thank you very much for the super chat. I just joined while eating. Thanks for the oily poop info. Don't worry about it. Don't think too deeply about it. Quaven, thank you for being a member. Much appreciated. Old enough to start needing fiber. Based on my eating habits, I needed fiber supplements when I was a child. Okay, jalapeno. A joy. Are there any spicier peppers in here? No, I think that's it. This is going to be the catch-all for hot peppers, right? Is it the best pepper? I'm kind of a Hob guy. I grow Carolina Reapers, but I don't enjoy the Carolina Reaper. My favorite all-around pepper is probably either the Hob, or if I'm feeling spicy, I like a Scotch bonnet. But the jalapeno is going to be our stand-in for every hot pepper. And for the record, I prefer the jalapeno over the serrano. I think the jalapeno is like a sweeter, fruitier hot pepper, and the serrano is like kind of acidic, citrusy, like metallic tasting. I prefer the jalapeno over the serrano. Oh, the bird's eye pepper! The drooling pepper. The bird's eye pepper is 10 out of 10. The bird's eye pepper is 10 out of 10. According to the US government, pizza is a vegetable, so where's pizza? Pizza is the tomato. Oh, and you guys are not going to like what I say about the tomato. So jalapeno, a joy. Collard greens. It could be better. I have eaten my fair share of them. They're okay. They're okay. Yeah. They're okay. They're alright. The fuck is that? It's just like it's just a leaf that comes out of the ground. I don't know what to tell you. Kind of like a turnip leaf, but not really. He's like a spiky lettuce. Yeah. They're okay. He's basically grass. Ginger. A joy. I love ginger. Randon, why are you green? I'm green. I'm green because somebody left me out in the sun for too long. Do you know what I'm talking about? If you leave a potato out in direct light, whether it's the light of your kitchen lamp or the sun, the potato turns green. I'm a potato that's been left out in direct light for too long. It's not mold, actually, Danchi. It's because the potato starts to photosynthesize. And it gets real bitter. It's not mold. I'm photosynthesizing because I've been left out for too long. I'm starting to generate phytotoxins. It's not mold. It's a phytotoxin. All right? It's a phytotoxin. All right. You guys are so mean to me, and I work so hard for you. Moldy? Come on, man. All right. The carrot, a joy. I do love it. Garlic, essential. I believe these two should be self-explanatory, right? The carrots, I just like eating them any which way, right? But you put a carrot next to a garlic, and I choose the garlic every time. It photosynthesizes us! Garlic is absolutely necessary for cuisine. You just have to. Eggplant. S tier emoji. All right. The Western eggplant that is so bitter, you have to salt it and make sure all that nasty bitter juice gets drained out. I put that in F tier. But the Chinese eggplant, hold on, Bjorn. The Chinese eggplant is A tier. Oh my fucking god, the texture is so good. The Chinese eggplant is A tier. It's not S tier, it's A tier. But that like standard eggplant is like fucking F tier, man. I don't like the normal eggplant. I don't like it. So what is this? Is this the normal eggplant? Is this the standard Western eggplant, or is this a Chinese eggplant? I think eggplant parm, I made it, and the difficulty of making it delicious is just not worth it. You have to fucking salt it and get all that fucking nasty stuff out of it, and it's just like, it's like an acorn, right? Like the difficulty in preparing acorn is just like, it's okay. I understand that, like, you know, I can't make you can't give me like a bag of acorns and make me turn it into something that I would like to eat. It's just too much work. I'm not like a Western eggplant fan. I think all Asian eggplants are like A tier. I'm not sure what the difference between a Thai eggplant is, but like, yeah. Okay, we're gonna move on. The cucumber. When I was a young boy, cucumbers were F tier, but now that I'm older and wiser, I put cucumbers in B tier. They're pretty damn good. Would I put them along with the giants of like hot peppers, broccoli, and carrots? No, but they're pretty damn good. They're pretty damn good. I would say they're on par with bell peppers, Brussels sprouts, and nut squash. Still don't care for cukes. The pickle is like 10 out of 10, but this is not a pickle. This is just like a cucumber, right? Pickle? Because I'm talking about other things that are prepared, right? Hold on. Recalculating. Pickle's A tier. Pickles are A tier. I wouldn't call pickle S tier, because if I had to give up pickles or garlic, I would pick garlic. If I had to give up pickles or onion, I would pick onion. You know? I would put pickles into A tier. Pickles of all sorts bring a lot of joy into my life, but I would sacrifice them for garlic and onion every time. All right, here we go. Are you ready for corn? Are you ready for corn? S tier. Corn is S tier. Listen, if you don't like corn, you know, would you say no to corn oil? Would you say no to high fructose corn syrup? Would you say no to cornmeal for a corn tortilla? Or perhaps, you know, some cornbread? Some delicious cornbread, like corn chips? Corn is absolutely popcorn. Corn is just necessary. I can't choose between corn, garlic, and onion. I can't. It's just too. You just need it. Corn is the best, you know, chaos god as well. Oh, yeah. Corn, big corn is holding him at gunpoint. They don't need to. They don't need to. I hold the gun for the big corn lobby and I do their bidding, right? It's not that they're holding a gun to me and I'm like sweating and I'm saying what they want. The corn lobby could give me the gun and I'll go out and do their dirty work for them, you know? I'm a shill paid by big corn. I'm telling you. Even your car loves corn. Corn is freedom. Exactly. Exactly. All right, cilantro. Jimmy hates cilantro. I think it's pretty damn good. It's a good flavor. And it's like necessary for a lot of things that I love. Jimmy can be wrong. I think cilantro is pretty damn good. Jimmy got shit taste. What's Jimmy's favorite thing to eat? Ribeye? Yeah, basically just ribeye. Soap tasters are lesser breed. No, not Ribbion's eye. Ribeye. Cauliflower. F tier, man. F tier. You know what cauliflower is? Did you guys ever watch Bunnicula? Hold on. Cauliflower is when Bunnicula sucked out all the color out of broccoli and then it turns to cauliflower. Cauliflower is broccoli with depression. I agree. You need to roast cauliflower. I've had roasted cauliflower. I've had deep fried cauliflower. I've had cauliflower is... I've had the cauliflower rice from Chipotle. I'm not a cauliflower fan. He's roasting it now. Look at him. Back to the grind. Godspeed. Have you ever had smoked cauliflower? No. Can't say that I have. I can't help you with this one. You know what? I don't hate cauliflower. I'm willing to, if you guys are willing to back off the, you know, if you guys are willing to put away the pitchforks and the torches, I can bump it to C tier. Can we, you know? Because I can put it back down in F, you know? I'm willing to put it into C. Do not buckle. No, put it back. I'll put it to C. Okay, fair. All right. C tier. Follow your heart. I have no feelings for cauliflower. I have no feelings for it, one way or another. Cabbage. I like me a cabbage. For me, I like cabbage. I like it. It's a soup vegetable for sure. Oh, you know what's good? Really thin sliced cabbage over a fish taco. Oh, so good. Really, really thin sliced cabbage over a fish taco is like 10 out of 10. Is sauerkraut cabbage? I love sauerkraut over a hot dog too. Oh, the cabbage with the katsu is really good too. Shit, is cabbage a tier? Shit. I do love. I'll put it in pretty damn good. Pretty damn good. Yo, Zyrex Kanzi, thank you for the 20 gifted memberships. Much appreciated. Do you like kimchi? It's good. I like kimchi. Yeah. I do. I like most pickled foods. I would consider it pretty damn good. Pretty damn good. Let's go. You're smoking out all the lurkers. I see a bunch of lurkers in here. Zyrix, thank you very much. Much appreciated. Lotus root. Have I ever had lotus root? I don't think I've ever had a lotus root before. Is that because you look like a pickle? Kinda. Senor Mitz, thank you very much for the super chat. I'll be honest, most vegetables are F tier for me. Maybe that's just because I grew up with my parents only ever boiled them, usually without salt. I also came from a family that boiled all of our vegetables. And some of our meat was boiled too, which is like incomprehensible. What? I don't think I've ever eaten lotus root. It's good. That's rough, buddy. Lotus root tastes like potatoes. Can I put it preemptively in? I've never tasted lotus root, but I'm gonna put it in the B tier. Pretty damn good, but I've never eaten it. There's super krong. It's like a bad potato. It's a starchy root vegetable that's crunchy. Tryptophobia bros is real good. It might be A tier. I doubt that it's S tier. It might be A tier, but I don't know. Can I put it in B tier and just leave it there? Can I put it there? I'm gonna put lotus root in B tier. I've never eaten it before. S tier content right here, Zyrex. Thank you very much. Thank you. Much appreciated. We're going through it as quick as I can because I gotta go to work. Okra. I like okra. It's like kind of mushy. Like the okra dish that I eat is like mushy, but I really like it. I like okra. You're sick? Okra to me is like really good. I know, I kind of like slimy. I don't like fibrous, I like slimy, you know? It's good. I like it. Okra to me is a joy. Iceberg lettuce, honestly, it is pretty damn good in a burger. To be honest, against all of these, I would just kind of do the, you know, whatever. It's a filler. Yeah. I put it amongst these guys. It's definitely below like bell pepper and cabbage, you know? I put it in C tier. I don't hate it. I have no strong feelings towards it. Green beans. The green bean is delicious. It's got the crunch, but there's the little fibrous part at the end of it, right? For me, for the green beans, when I prepare them, I cut off the tips. I love me a good green beans. All beans are good. Hold on, let me think. Is there a bean that I don't like? Yeah, I do like all beans. It's true. It is true, though, that much like artichoke, when I bite into a green bean tip, I can't eat any more beans for the rest of that meal. He fards like a motherfucker. I do fard. Space Chaser, thank you very much for the super chat. Have you ever had nopales, cactus? They're slimy. I think I have had cactus, but I don't remember in what context exactly. Green leaf lettuce, I'll put that with iceberg. It's about the same, a little bit better. Leeks. I don't like leeks. I don't like them. I can make a good potato leek soup, but it needs to be so blended that I can't, you know? I don't like leeks. It's just a little bit too, you know? Not a fan. Kale. I'm a Miku hater. I'm not a Miku hater just because I don't like the leek. I understand. The first hard disagree. I understand. Miku would be disappointed. He hates me. Hatsune Miku hates you. I understand. Put it in C. It's okay. My Miku containment unit has been prepared. You hear that? My Miku containment unit is ready to go. As soon as she comes to kill me, I'll trap her in it and we're good. I don't know whether it'll successfully contain Miku, but, you know, he's slapping his ass. No. No. I'm not killing Miku. I'm just containing Miku for myself so that none of you guys can enjoy. You know? Sam, thank you so much for the super chat. I will literally pay you money to move Okra to S tier where it belongs. Done. S tier. You've now thrown the entire experiment into disarray. It's like the tobacco industry, you know, paying me to tip the research. He's a fucking sellout. Hey, throw me a 20 and I'll cancel it out, but I'm just kidding. Don't do it. It's just a joke. It's just a joke. Chaos is my passion. Kale. Okay, are you ready for this? When I'm making a mixed salad, kale is actually my number one. And I get it. You're like, kale is fibers. I feel like it's different. I shred kale up really thin, like really thin shreds, and then I make myself a kale salad, and it's my favorite salad green. Do you massage your kale? I don't. I slice it up real thin, and I put in all the veggies that I like, and then I put a dressing in, and it's like my favorite type of salad. It is really good. I don't think I've ever had a kale smoothie. I just like kale in a tossed salad. I don't think I've ever had kale in soup either. The mushroom. A delight. A joy. I love mushrooms. It's funny because everybody I know hates mushrooms so much. I just like them. Mushrooms S tier? That's a tough one. Of this, what would I consider S tier? Where the fuck is the potato? Oi! Oh, here we go. Potatoes are S tier. You are a mushroom? But if I had to choose between garlic and mushroom, I would just choose garlic every time. Mushroom and corn, I would choose corn. Mushroom and okra? Sam, I would 100% choose okra every time. Smile. Brought to you by the okra producers of America. Over onion? I love mushrooms, but mushrooms would lose out to any of these four. Sell out. For me, mushrooms are a joy. Parsley. I use parsley in olive oil and garlic pasta, but I don't use it in much else. I don't really use it in much else. Herbs should not be in this list. I'm telling you, right? That's a food topping. Romaine lettuce. Definitely B tier. Definitely. Let's draw. Thank you very much for the super chat. Can't believe my Oshi is a sellout. You changed, bro. Put mushrooms in S tier. I can't in good conscience put mushrooms in S tier unless... Oh, let's draw. Today's sponsor from the mushroom producers of Pennsylvania. Yes, mushrooms are definitely in S tier. Thank you. How silly of me. How can I forget? The radish. Oh my god. I used to be a radish hater. But for me, I can't enjoy tacos anymore unless I have a side of raw sliced radishes. Because it's like a palate cleanser for me now, right? For me, the taco alone brings, like, I can't eat tacos without radish now. pretty good. Pretty good. I think like alone, they're pretty damn good. But when you're with like it just cuts through the oiliness of taco meat. It's like tough. Let's put it in pretty damn good. We're rounding down. It's not corruption if we call it lobby. What the fuck is this? Radaccio? You look like a red cabbage. What is this? What is this? They're the same thing, right? Never heard of this motherfucker. I don't know what this is, but the red cabbage belongs with cabbage. She doesn't even go here. It's crazy. The pumpkin is S tier for raw. I eat pumpkin and pumpkin pie and not much else, you know? Pretty good. What do you eat? Well, like what do you put in pumpkin other than pumpkin pie? I feel like the kabocha is different from a pumpkin. A kabocha tempura is like 10 out of 10. You don't eat pumpkin soup, pumpkin bread. Pumpkin seeds are pretty good. Pumpkin soup. Is kabocha pumpkin? I have had kabocha and I like it. Does kabocha count as pumpkin? Then it's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Potatoes, S tier. Potatoes might be at the top of the list. Let me order it. That might be. Well, now the okra lobby and the mushroom lobby are you know. Okra paid more, so okra's above mushroom. That might be a good list of S tier. Man, fuck potatoes. Almost a real person. The potato, oh, so good, man. I could just eat potatoes and go mad for the rest of my life. Like a gallon of milk and potatoes, and I'll like happily fart my way through life. So good. If you were real, we would have been. Sugar snap peas. Could be better. Real peas? Could be better. Red onion. Right up there, right up there. You and your cousin, you sit the big boy. Well, here's the thing. If I had to choose between onion and red onion, I would choose the regular onion. But I choose not to separate, you know, the siblings. I choose not to separate the siblings. Red onion really is better than regular. Let me think about that. For fried rice, you can't really. I don't know if it's okay to use a red onion in fried rice. Can we get the fried rice panel in here? How is it a faux pas to use red onion in fried rice? Red for raw, yellow for cooked. I feel like yes, but I've cooked a red onion too. I would say it's wrong. You can always red. It's good in fried rice. No onion ever? I choose not to separate the two, but if I had to pick, don't make me pick, man. If you don't pick, you lose both of them. It's like, fuck, man. Okay. The sweet potato. A joy? S, a joy? I can go, I've gone like a year without a sweet potato. Hold on. I've gone years without any sweet potatoes, but I don't think I've ever gone a week without some sort of potato since I gained sapience, right? I remember like my very first memory I have is of eating a potato. One would argue that the potato is the spark that begins your journey of self-awareness, right? I like sweet potatoes. They taste really good, and I'm always down to eat one. But I like, you know, there are stretches of my life, usually of heavy depression, where I just don't care about myself, and I never get myself a sweet potato. But I've always had a potato at least once a week for my entire life. So that's where it goes. Spinach. Spinach is my second favorite salad green, but it's like pretty strongly inferior to kale. So I'm going to put it in the pretty damn good tier. Soybean. Does soybean include like, you know, miso paste? Does it include tofu? Does it include vegetable oil, which is made out of soybean oil? Is it like all of that? Or is it just edamame? Does it include tofu? If it includes tofu, call me a soy boy. And just end it there. Full stop. Okay. I think soybean has to be an S tier then. It's gotta, right? Okay, soy boy. There we go. I'm in. Self-admitted soy boy random nerd. The shallot is just the coastal elite's onion. F tier. It's the rich man's onion. We put it in F tier. How dare you? Cease this mandate. Jeff Bezos doesn't eat onions anymore because he's too good for onions. He just eats everything with shallot. You know? What, you're too good for an onion, motherfucker? Pa, pa, pa. The classist onion. Chattel me back. Put it with its brothers. Hold on, what the actual fuck? That's right, I'm calling you a billionaire, motherfucker. All of you cake-eating elitists out there in chat. All right, I'm done fucking with you. I'm gonna level with you. Before I went live, I knew I was gonna do this, and I was gonna piss you guys off. Worth it. Worth it. He lies to us. Oh, the green onion. If I had to get rid of the green onion over the onion, I would, but I use the green onion so much. It brings me so much joy and flavor. But I have to put it under the onions, you know? It's my favorite garnish. I know, Sushi, I know. But it has to go, you know? It's like the best garnish. It just brightens up every dish. It's so good. You had your fun. Now we're happy hearing you laugh. Thank you. Thank you. Zucchini and squash. I do love a zucchini. The yellow squash, less so. And I think that there's a difference between their texture and flavor. I like the zucchini over yellow squash. Onion is SSS tier. For me, I put the potatoes over the onion, but I respect the onion sheds. I think the onion is more essential to making a good dish. But I've gone over a week without eating an onion, but I've never gone over a week without eating a potato. I'm worried about tomato. Watercress. I don't think I've ever had watercress. I'm going to put it into C tier just based on instinct, you know? But I've never had watercress, so I don't know what it tastes like. If watercress is what I think it is and it's A tier, I can't tier it because I don't know what it is. I love it. All right, should I put it into B tier until I've tasted it? Watercress. I'm gonna make a watercress and lotus root dish, full stop, with nothing else. Maybe a little bit of sprinkle of salt. Raw. And then I'll come back and decide what these two are actually, you know. B for neutrality. Done. Okay. The turnip. The mighty turnip. I've become a turnip enjoyer. All right, here's the thing, Ragnarok. This is my hot take, okay? When you're depressed, the turnip shows its you know, its valor. The turnip makes me feel better after I eat it, and I don't know why. It's not a radish. A turnip is different. I like the turnip. I like it. I think when you're young and you're looking forward to life, the turnip, how different? I don't know how to describe it. I put the Chinese eggplant at A tier, high A tier, but the Western eggplant, the one that's like really bitter and like kind of mushy, I put that at F tier. All right, the tomato. Are you ready for this? This is my dark secret. My tomato plant is dead, but I have in lots of parts of my life grown tomatoes. I grow tomatoes, right? And my own tomatoes, I eat them almost as much as potatoes. I eat them like basically every week. I can't eat I can't eat like a tomato. I can't eat other people's tomatoes anymore. Do you understand? My own tomatoes I would put at S tier. But the store-bought tomato is like, I don't know how to describe it. It's like not just, it's like a different plant. So I don't know where to put it. I don't know where to put it. Does your tomato contain lead? It very well might. Can we assume that it's my tomato? Can we assume that it's mine? If we assume that it's mine, putting it in like pretty high S tier. Probably not above garlic. The tomatoes that I made were so good that I could just eat it by itself. I would core it. I would core the tomato and slice it into slices, and I would just eat it while I'm like watching TV. That's how good it is. It is really good. You get some of the 555 fertilizer, and the tomatoes that come out, they just taste different, man. All right, that's my tier list. I gotta go to work. I gotta go into a meeting like right now. I'm late. Everybody, thank you for. This is my tier list. Take it or leave it. I'm gonna go work. I don't know if I can work more this week. I'll try, but if I do, it's not gonna be more than like an hour. Because I gotta crunch. Oh boy. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you. I'm almost done. There's a light at the end of the tunnel. Starting in December, I might take a couple days off if you guys are okay with it, just to unwind from the stress. And then when I come back, I'm 5 days a week again. You know? I just had to get over this hump to you know, make my bread. Get bread. Let's read Luna. Oh, my back. Oh boy. I'm feeling it, Scoobert. Oh. Okay. I got you with the shallots though, didn't I, Sushi? I called you a billionaire. I fucking got you, didn't I? Alright. YouTube, as always, you guys are my favorite. And I'll see you soon, okay? I promise. I'll be back. I promise. Bastard!